Hi everybody, this is Kimiko Sumi, and I'm doing another video without my face on it today. I know I've been doing videos like this lately, but I just haven't really wanted to get on camera. So, it's not that I'm afraid, it's just that I don't really want to be on camera right now. But I'm gonna still make videos. Most of my videos will be me on camera, because I don't even have a reason to not really be on it except for not wanting to be on it. Some days like this one. But I still want to talk. Now I want to talk about mental illness again, and I want to discuss that I have a mental illness. I've been, very candid about that on my channel and throughout social media. But this is my warning for people who, they're exhibiting traits of mental illness and stuff like that. I feel like that people really in this day and age, this current era, really need to be, honest with themselves and get mental health assistance, okay? Like, judging people about having mental illness, that's kind of like kind of old fashioned, like kind of laughing at people and judging them because they have mental illness. That acknowledging that you have a mental illness and taking medication and taking the steps that you need to, get help, that could actually save you trouble, like legal trouble, all types of stuff. Like it will save you from, doing things out of character. You know what I'm saying? So you got to realize that, maybe it's time for you to get mental health assistance. Like, I'm glad that my mom started to make me aware of my mental illness at 18 years old. Because initially, I didn't think I had a mental illness. They would say that about me growing up in school anyway, but I never really I never understood that I actually did have a mental illness, that I did have a personality problem, disorder. Okay. So I didn't fully, I did get help at 18 years old with my mental illness, but I didn't really start to realize that I had a mental health problem until I was about 26, 27 years old. Now I knew I had social anxiety, but I didn't acknowledge that I had different mental illnesses like bipolar disorder. And then later on, I developed schizophrenia. That took a while for me to understand that it was true that I had schizophrenia, but eventually I came around to realizing that yes, it's true. And along with other mental disorders like OCD, kind of like a personality disorder, multiple personality disorder, bipolar disorder, depression, schizophrenia, paranoid schizophrenia. I have those different mental illnesses and I'm aware of it now because I take my medication consistently. I'm always, I'm with a strict routine. Like, even though like years ago that I knew I had a mental illness, I would not be so strict with my medications back then. And that's probably why I wasn't like getting the full effects of it. Like, I would take it, but I wouldn't take it as directed, and I would take over the amount. But you should really be careful how you take the medication. Listen to your doctor's instructions about medication. If you go there, don't just brush off what they tell you. Like, take your medication as directed, because they understand how medications go together and how your particular medication will respond to your mental disorder. Now, yes, you should get them changed up if you feel like they're not working, because your body can get used to medications like mine. And I'm not saying that it'll completely get rid of your mental illness, because I still have trouble thinking straight, but because of the voices, the auditory hallucinations. But I have gotten the visual hallucinations under control, and that's the main thing that I was struggling with for like 7 or 8 years, hallucinations. And even my first video that wasn't actually my first video on YouTube, and not even on this channel. But the very first video, if you go back a couple of years ago, the very first video on this channel is of me talking about having a hallucination spell. And it's funny because like a month after that video, I started to get better. And ever since then, I've been able to not have to worry about those hallucinations anymore, because that was something that really depressed me, concerned me, it worried me, it scared me. But I've overcome it mostly. Now, every now and then I might get a hallucination, but just about I haven't really had any. And that was a major like victory for me, because for 7 to 8 years I had those hallucinations back to back consistently. And that particular year, that was like when it got really, really bad. And my mom told me the reason why they were getting so much stronger is because I was going to have because I was changing my karma and I was going to be able to overcome it. Okay. And I did. That's why even more now I listen to my mother too. Because, mother knows best anyway. They usually do. But, that's something that I've been learning too, to listen to my mom's advice even more, because she knows what she's talking about. Plus, she's a psych major, and I was a psych major too. But I'm just saying, like, take your medication, go to the doctor if you suspect that you have a mental illness. If people keep telling you, hey, you need help, you need to go to the doctor. I know that it's insulting. It will feel insulting, but if people keep telling you that, maybe you should look into that, because it could save you trouble. It could save you save your integrity, your safety. It could save you from getting into legal trouble. Like, it could really save you. Like, I know people who wouldn't take their medication or take their mental health seriously, and it got them in a lot of legal trouble. And kind of, I've been through that too, but I'm lucky that it wasn't as severe. But I try to be careful, and that person actually helped me to understand even more that I need to take my medication consistently, and always need to take my medication for the rest of my life, because I do have these mental illnesses, and I need to work on understanding what's real and what's not real, and what's just made up in my mind and what's actually in reality. So, just don't be ashamed. Go to the doctor. Stop being in denial, because it could really save you a lot of trouble in the future if you do, potentially. So I'm just going to leave y'all on that note. And I hope you like this video. I hope you subscribe. I hope you share it. Hit the notification bell, comment if you like, not in that order. And I will see y'all in another video, or talk to y'all in another video, my lotus flowers. And I hope y'all have an amazing rest of the day, and I will too. And I will see y'all in another one. Peace. I'm out. Bye-bye.